There is this two worlds that you live in, and there's this dilemma, right? Who do you have to be when you go out there this morning to talk to your friends? Who do you have to be when you call your mom at night and talk to her on the phone? So that's a constant, like a struggle every day. My name is Chu. I'm from Myanmar, Burma, and at CU Boulder, I'm a graduate student in linguistics. So coming to the U.S. is like, here people really talk about this like individualism, right? Like, I mean, you stay close to your family and your friends, but still you have your own identity and you are allowed to express your own individual thoughts, right? So I like this part because I feel like I was not allowed to do that in school. You're not allowed to question the teacher. You are not allowed to be deviant from your group identity, right? Like, I didn't like that. I was like, why? So yeah, through the diversity visa lottery, I got the permanent residency in New York City, but that was it. So when I talk to people about, I won the diversity visa lottery, people usually think about like, oh, you got all these like financial support from the U.S. government too, like, okay, you're just gonna move into the U.S., but that was actually not true. Finding a job, all the other steps just come with like our own effort. So this move into the U.S. was a big major part of like becoming who I am right now, right? Like the way I think and the way I see the world. So yeah, being also a linguistic major, I started to think about more like a language ideology, like how people think about different people, and language is a big part of that. We cannot escape language. So one big major change, maybe I didn't notice that myself, but my mom visited me after I graduated from my undergrad from Queen's College. So we haven't met during that 5 years. So she came back and see me, and I have already, how do you say, accustomed to the diverse community, like people who speak different languages, people with different culture. And she just see me being comfortable, quote unquote, around like, all these different people, right? So she just couldn't believe, like, oh my God, like I cannot do this, I cannot do that. You have to think about this, you have to think about that, like in a city like New York City. So I'm always like kind of reminding her, oh, don't do that. And, that's kind of offensive, like, oh, don't do this. So she's sort of, how do you say, got frustrated by me like saying all the time. But for me, it's like I became so sensitive to that because I was subjected to those type of things too, right? So when she left, she just said, you are not a Burmese anymore. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. What is the definition of Burmese? I don't know. In my like heart, I still feel like I'm a Burmese, But as well as I'm also an American now. My, how do you say, coming of age years are in the U.S., and that's where I, develop relationships and friends and, acquire knowledge and everything. But in the very cool, like my cultural understanding, my upbringing, my tradition, I still cook Burmese foods every day. I don't cook American food. So that sentence, like, you are not a Burmese anymore, just stay haunt me. Like after she left, it's like, okay, who am I then? Like, you're kind of half and half. And for American people, I look like this and I speak like this. So there is this language ideology that I'm not really an American. To be American is just to be who you are. I thought that's what Americans push, right? The American dream, to be individual. To be individual means to be who you are. Like who you are means you could be Burmese, you could be Chinese, you could be whatever, right? Because with language, with culture and everything, yeah. I mean, some people say that America, the U.S. doesn't have a culture, right? It's just all a mix of other culture. But I mean, yeah, we do have a culture too. So to be American is just kind of, how do you say, syncretic. Syncretic, it's another product that you gotta mix. Plus, like, there is this, who has the authority to judge that, right? Like, I mean, people saying that you are not American, so who has the authority? And also at the same time, like my mom being a Burmese, judging me that, you are not a Burmese. So that really, like, makes me question, like, wow, like, what should I hold on to? Like, I'm not this, I'm not that. Like, so what am I? Like, alien, That's the term, right? In my green card, they say, like, alien. right? Yeah, that's the term for immigrants in the US. I'm still an alien here, but then I'm also an alien over there. So, yeah.